Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the farm. If you're new here, my name is Tanner and I am standing in the shop that is on our 10.5 acre property in Texas. And today is going to be the first part of a video series where I am building some built-in cabinets and built-in countertop in my office in the house. A lot of projects go on out here in this shop, but I also have, and I know it's kind of bright, we just built this 2,400 square foot house. We just moved in January and it is not 100% finished out. I mean, obviously it's done, but there are some things that we are gonna add on to it, like these built-in countertops for the office. So we're gonna head over to the truck, hop in it, go to Home Depot, get us some supplies and head back over here. But I know the second that I leave the shop, my eyes are gonna disappear because I am a squinty-eyed dude for life. But anyways, let's go ahead and watch it happen. But we're gonna go over here to the truck and we're gonna hop in it and head to Home Depot. It's hot here in Texas. Just want you to know that. It's really hot. I'm melting, ready for it to be fall. All right, we are headed to Home Depot. I got my partner in crime back there. She's got her eagle with her. We're gonna go get our materials for this project and pick up a special tool that we need that I've been wanting to get for my shop for a while, but I found a good deal on Facebook Marketplace, gonna make it happen. So. All right, we are back at the house. Got back with our materials and Michaela and I went ahead and took the cabinet bottoms that we bought and put those already in the office. But then I'm gonna back the trailer up over here and unload the rest of the stuff, plus the new tool that we got. Goodness gracious, it's hot outside. It's about 104 here in Texas. Yeah, so we're gonna start with some of these new tools that we got. Starting off with the Craig 720 pocket hole jig. I've always needed one of those. That'll come in handy when we do the uppers. And then a circular saw track. Hopefully that will fit up with my Rigid brand circular saw. But that's just a track to help us make straight cuts. I'm kind of wanting to go for a higher quality finish here, but the tool that we bought, it is new to us, is a 13-inch planer. So this is gonna help us with our countertop and with our shelves, really. And when you're buying wood from places like Home Depot, you have to worry about the quality of it and then also bows in the wood and stuff like that. So this just helps kind of get that uniform finish. I'm excited to have it. One of the cool things, the guy who had it was a woodworker and was selling off a few things. He was an older gentleman. And he put everything that he owned on wheels. So this is actually a Rigid brand stand, but he made this cool contraption. And you can kind of see it's got wheels on the bottom of it, and you just hook it through there, give it a little bit of a tug. And I can't really get to it right now, but you can roll it back, and then we're gonna roll it to where we're feeding it into here. But look at that, he made 45s in the corners so that he can push it. It's so cool. So yeah, cool tool to add to the collection here. Excited to have it. we've got the cabinets in here. We're gonna go ahead and get those mounted to the wall. I need to mark the studs right above the countertop. Right there. Just so I can see it, so I can screw it into the wall. And then outside, I've got everything kind of set up to start planing the cabinet top boards. And also, we're gonna shave down one side of them just so we can get a nice, even, flat surface so we can join those together. So here we go, let's do that. All right, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think that I did that right. I guess I need to learn how to use this planer better. It may be because the material's too long, but we'll, it happens. Woodworking is not my specialty. It's a hobby that I'm learning how to do. So yeah, so let's lay these boards up on the table and see how we ended up. It's probably going to be a good sand job, but not a big deal. Let's go to see what we can do here. All right, day 2, back at it again. Yesterday was a day of trials, I feel like, but today we're gonna make it happen. I borrowed a table saw from my brother-in-law, so we're gonna rip these boards down. I figured that what I'm gonna end up doing, and this wasn't the original plan, I did not calculate correctly how wide I need the boards to be, so I'm gonna have to rip down all 3 of them, but that's okay. And then I learned from a guy at my church that has done woodworking for a long time that on these bigger planks like that, running it through the planer, that you can't do much more than like a 64th of an inch at a time. And that's just because there's so much wood to take off. It's a wide piece of wood. It's a thick piece of wood. So I'm going to try again today, and I may do it with this 3rd board here, but I'm going to cut them down. I'm going to try to rip them first so I don't have to plane such wide boards. Let's get the table saw out of the back of my truck and we'll get it set up in here and try to rip these boards down. Looking for 25 inches, ended up going about 25 and a quarter or 25 and an eighth. So once I glue these together, I think it's gonna be the exact width we want, which is awesome. So this piece of wood naturally, coming from my box store, Home Depot, is about 1.5 inches, which is pretty standard of your 2x6s or 2x12s at this point. Right here, you can kind of read what our thickness gauge is. We're gonna set this to 1.5. That's our thickness currently. So if we ran this through here, we may get some high spots and stuff like that. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some advice from my good old friend at church, and we're gonna go about 1/64 of an inch at a time. I ended up going about 1/16. So we're gonna have to do this board 1 full turn, so a quarter turn at a time. So we're gonna have to run this through 4 times. Should have thought about that before I did it. you just saw was me. I went ahead and I ripped down the board that we haven't done yet, but I also went ahead and ran these through two at the same depth, just so all three are similar in thickness. That is a beating. I finally figured out how to use the planer. Turns out I was shaving off way too much yesterday. I should have been shaving it down a lot skinnier, and I probably could have not done a whole like 1/16 of an inch. I could have probably got away with like a 32nd of an inch or a 64th of an inch or something like that, just to get a flat surface. So what we're gonna work on now is getting these bad boys pocket holed, and so we can put some screws in it and start connecting this thing together. This is also my first time using a pocket hole jig, so you get to enjoy that festivity as well. A lot of firsts for me in this video. Woodworking is definitely fun. It's definitely something that I like to do. I didn't really ever think that I would be any good at it. But I told myself if I do anything at all, I'm going to give myself the tools to succeed. So here I am getting the tools to succeed. I'm going to align these boards, kind of make the best out of what we're given here. I know my woodworking table is sketch, to say the least, but we're gonna make it work. Now that we've got all of our pocket holes drilled, we're going to go ahead and put some glue on these. There's a pretty heavy bow in the middle board, so I'm gonna work from one end to the other and just kind of hopefully get this all put together in one swift takedown. Tell, I've got some clamps on here that had been holding this down. My phone died, so I didn't know where it cut off. Went ahead, threw in our screws here, and so what I'm going to do now is connect this piece. This glue is already set. I don't know if you can tell, it's dark outside. I had to get the girls to sleep, so you always work around the family stuff. Never let the projects take precedence there. Family first, always. next day here, and we are going to take these clamps off and see what we're working with on the other side. It is hot in Texas. I think today it was 107. So this kind of sat here and cooked in our shop. So I would assume everything is super dry and ready to go. Oh, that sucker is heavy. I may fill in some of these bigger crevices. We got a bigger crevice there, some stuff there. I may fill that with a little bit of this satin polyurethane just to fill the gap and keep it from chipping and cracking off here in the time to come. Hopefully I can get it routed tomorrow as well. Well, I think tonight we ran into a classic case of out of daylight and out of time. The girls are already asleep in the house, so I don't want to go in there and screw in a bunch of stuff into the walls. So we're just going to have to pick this back up tomorrow. I bought some brackets that are going to go on those cabinets. I'm going to fix those to the cabinets, and then that gives us somewhere to screw this countertop into. Possibly taking that thing in there and getting it ready to go. I also bought some construction adhesive, some liquid nails. We'll go ahead and see you tomorrow. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching the first part of this video series. If you're as excited as I am about this build, hit the subscribe button. The video should be coming out soon. But if there are any out there, I will link them here. But you know what to do. Keep putting one foot in front of the other and don't get caught at the crossroads.